It's been a while since I have worked in the book one of Homer, looking at the Greek grammar inductively. And so we want to do a very, very brief inductive analysis and inductive study with commentary. And we are now at line 129 and following. It is where Agamemnon basically is, I guess you would say, pouting because he does not have. They are going to take away or have taken away his prize, and he is upset and thinking really about himself. And so we begin in line 2129. I'd like to give the vocabulary first. Amamebamenos from mebo, meaning to answer. Kreon, meaning ruler. Prosphemy, to address. On, a participle, a present participle from emi. Ekale would be from kalos, or on, godlike. Klepto, meaning to steal. Parerkamai, meaning to pass by. Parelus se'ai is your future middle of parerkamai. Othello, meaning to wish. Aimai, to sit. Altos, thus. Duamai, to lack. Kiluo, to command. Antoxios, antoxie, antoxion, equivalent or of equal value. Ararisso, to fit. And ireo, to take. So following that, let us begin reading line 129 of Homer. And I am following the interlinear translation for the use of schools and private learners on the Hamiltonian method by Thomas Clark. This was published in originally 1888. It is public domain, and it's a way of developing, I believe, the grammar, and then one can go back and read the way Homer actually, with the way Homer puts the words, because the object may be first many times, and the subject and the verb last in a sentence. Where this is following more, you would say, of an English word order, but it's a wonderful tool, I believe, of learning the Greek text of Homer. So we pick it up in line 129. De kreon Agamemnon ama apamebamenos prasephe ton. But the ruler Agamemnon answering addressed Achilles. And here we have apamebamenos. It is a present middle participle, nominative masculine singular from apamebo, to answer. So answering addressed him. Prasephe is from prosphemy, meaning to speak to or address. It is the aorist indicative active from prosphemi. So third person singular. So he addressed him. Ton is functioning as the direct object. It's interesting in Homer, the article is used here as the direct object. And we read on, me de hutos per eon agathos the akele akiliu. That is, neither thus, although being brave, O godlike Achilles. Eon, I'm understanding to be from a me, a present participle nominative masculine singular, agathos here being, often it means good, but here I think it means being brave. O godlike Achilles. Here we have the vocative of address, the akele akilu. And so he's addressing Achilles as with, I guess you'd say, with honor. Klepte na o, steal or deceive in mind. And I think the thought here is what you have said, Achilles, you're trying to be deceptive or deceive in mind. And then furthermore, because he had told Agamemnon that he could wait to get his prize. Epe para lusai udepeses me. Since you shall not overreach or pass by. Here we have the form parerkamai, to pass by, or to overreach in what Achilles had suggested. Since you shall pass by or overreach not. Ooh. In other words, what you're saying, I am not accepting. Agamemnon is saying, udepeses me, nor will you persuade me. Peses is your future indicative active, second person singular from peitho. Nor will you persuade me. And me is the direct object of peses. Whether a etheles afra altas ekes geral. Whether you wish that yourself may have a reward. Etheles is your present indicative active, second person singular from ethelo, to wish. Whether you wish for yourself is the thought here, that yourself might have a reward. Ekes is your present subjunctive second person singular from echo, that you might have reward. But me, notice here his self-centeredness. One of the things that we see here is his constant attitude about narcissistic attitude about himself, we could say. That but autar eme estai hutos duamenon. But me, Agamemnon, to sit in vain wanting or desiring. Autar means but, eme, but to sit with reference to me, but that I would sit. And estai here is the infinitive from chemi, or hestai, I should say. Chemi, to sit. That I should sit thus wanting, while you're doing, you have your reward, I think is what he is saying here, Agamemnon. Duomenon is from duomai. It's the present uh, participle, uh, accusative masculine singular from duomai. That in vain lacking. In other words, you have your reward, but you want me to set in vain lacking. Seems to be Agamemnon's what he's saying to Achilles. And you order me to give up this girl. De kelai me apadunai tainte. And you order me. Here in this form, you are from kelamai. You are ordering me, or commanding me, excuse me, from keluo, to order. You are ordering me to apodidomai, an aorist active infinitive from apodidomai, to give up this. Here we have the feminine article, and then we must supply girl. This girl, his prize, so to speak. But Allah, amen, magathumoi, akaioi, dosusin, geras. But if indeed the great Athenians will give me a reward, notice here, if indeed the megathumoi, the great, the adjective here, nominative masculine plural, Achaeans, dosusin, will give me from didomi. It is the future indicative active third person plural from didomi, a reward. Having, notice, arsantes kata thuman, hopos estai antaxion. Having, by adapting it according to the mind. Here it means according to mind, no doubt my mind. Hopos, so that, a result clause, it shall be worthy. Estai antaxion. But if they may not give, de a men ke do osin. Let me just stop here a little bit. What he's saying here is if the magnanimous Athenians will give reward, as we said, dosusin from didomi, future indicative active third person plural, arsantes, having adapted it, arsantex, meaning having fitted it. It's the aorist participle, nominative masculine plural from adorisco, to fit. Having fitted it according to my mind. In other words, literally according to mine. But we must supply my mind here, so that it shall be worthy or equivalent. Hopos or hopos, estai antaxion. Hopos, again showing the result clause. Estai is your future indicative active third person singular from a me, to be, antaxion, so that it shall be worthy or equivalent to what others have. De a me kedousin. But de here is a contrastive use of de. If they may not give, dousin is from didomi. If they, it's an aorist subjunctive third person plural. But if they may not give, but I myself, having gone, may take. In other words, that I, autos here is a third person personal pronoun used in a reflexive way, and I is emphatic here. I myself, having gone, may take, and then he's going to talk about what he's going to take. Either your reward or having taken that of Ajax or Odysseus, and so forth. And so, in other words, I will take your reward if I don't get my way. And what is equivalent is what Agamemnon is saying. Notice here, Ken Helomai from Hierao, that I might take. It is the subjunctive, aorist subjunctive middle from Hierao, that I might take either your reward or having taken that of Ajax, Helon. Here again, we have a participle, a masculine, aorist participle, nominative masculine singular from Hiereo, that of Ajax or Ulysses. I'm going to stop here. So he's making a threat, Agamemnon is, that if I don't get a reward that I'm happy with, then I will either take your reward or that of Ajax or Ulysses, and so forth. So I'm going to stop there and just continue reading. I'm trying to read through, I need to try to read through a little bit of Homer as I'm able to, and do short, sort of inductive grammatical reflections rather than trying to do a long one. And I'm just sort of teaching myself, to be honest. I am not a classically trained person. My training was in the Hebrew Bible, ancient Near Eastern text, and Greek New Testament. But I'm enjoying trying to do what Thoreau said, and that is to try to read a little bit of Homer every day. I can't say I'm doing it every day, but to try to read a little bit, and it would keep the mind busy, and we could say healthy, by having to work through the Greek of Homer, a classical work. By the way, if anyone's interested, I'm also doing the same kind of thing in the Greek New Testament and in the Hebrew scriptures, the book of Job, and in Akkadian, inductive Akkadian grammar. But this is something I'm just doing on my own in retirement to try to improve or to read something I've never fully read, and that is Homer in Greek. So I'm going to stop here, and we'll go on next time. Like I'm using, like I said, the work that is in public domain in and also a book that will really help, I think, by reading this interlinear English translation will help in bringing together at least vocabulary and I think grammar in the normal English word order. And then one can go back, once learning that, and read Homer in the word order that he presents. I hope this is helping someone else that might enjoy reading through Homer as well. Thank you.